Since work began on fortifying our castle wall, in today's episode, our dream team comes to the rescue as we demolish an old pigsty and realize that by clearing out the space around the watermill, we may have created a bigger problem.
You got some new ideas?
That's real scary. New ideas.
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, we're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married and after 8 years of van life, found our dream property and moved across the globe to Portugal, where we're now documenting the journey of transforming this historic watermill into our very first home, not on wheels. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin.
So welcome back to another episode, guys. We explained that the annex back here, where we're working hard to clean out the material, has a big crack in it. This wall is not secure. You can see a huge crack is formed. So we're a bit at risk that this could go that way or this could potentially come this way. So in order to make this wall safe, we unfortunately are gonna have to take the annex down.
When we first arrived to the watermill last March, before beginning the transformation process, the annex, which was historically a pigsty, was enchantingly overgrown with brambles, our thriving fig tree, and filled with a bunch of unused broken tiles left by the previous owners, which they planned to use for future creative projects during the renovation of the home.
Now they're playing with tiles.
Wow, look at that, ladies. Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Hey there. Doing a great job. We've been working hard.
I can tell. That fig tree looks stellar.
And then look, more tiles.
There's a ton under there, aren't there?
Oh, and I think a book.
A book?
Oh, it's like little miniature.
Oh, samples.
Whoa. But being that the property lines of the watermill are a bit tight and tricky, and given the fact that City Hall requires that we use an enclosed septic system since we live along a sacred and very protected water line, after clearing out the annex, we decided that this could be the perfect solution.
The original purpose of this was to house the septic, which was going to have a large tank in it. Borehole would be more or less where I'm standing.
Okay.
The annex is where the sanitary water will go.
He's explaining that the property lines of the watermill are right about here. So everything when it comes to the borehole, plumbing, all that needs to fit on the property for the watermill, because we can't expand the property lines until after we have the habitation license. So we can't have the habitation license until we have the plumbing, electrical, and all of that in place. So it's a little bit of a sticky situation, but we're working through it.
We were going to then cover it over, make sure it was beautified. But as we uncovered this and excavated it out, we realized that this is not safe, it's not stable, and all of this could come crashing down into the upper section of the house. This is our project. This has to be removed today. All right, fellas, you ready to take down this wall? We got Mario here helping us, and we got Terry.
Let's do this, bro.
Terry's got his coffee going over here. So, y'all do the honors, throw off that big stone.
I'll be goalkeeper.
Look at that rock. Boom!
Whoa. Oh. There you go.
All right, when we were working on this the other day, we were hauling heavy stuff, big blocks like this in the wheelbarrow, and I broke the welds on it. So I gotta go pick up our wheelbarrow right now. These guys are gonna continue taking this down, and I'll be back really soon. Hey, look who it is out here.
I was gonna say the same thing. Look who's back.
You're back from your run, actually.
Yes. And you're back from getting the wheelbarrow?
I am. You should see the project we started on. They're grinding the pig pen.
What does that mean?
That means they're cutting the top of it. They got to remove the wall that's near the house along with that front-facing wall.
No.
I know, it's so special.
Oh, it's so enchanting. It's like this
Don't cry.
mossy, beautiful...
Don't cry.
No.
We should go down there really quick and take a look at it. This is actually probably a better thing because in the long run, maybe we uncovered something that we wouldn't have seen before and could have led to bigger problems.
Okay. I had all these beautiful thoughts I was going to share about having healthy habits, and now I can't even think. All I hear is the grinding of
The generator, the grinder. Brittany
Something.
is a very fine example of somebody who gets out there, exercises regularly, especially balancing out your work-life load of being in the camper editing with physical activity.
I have to say, recovering from an addiction, recovering from anorexia specifically, it taught me a lot about discipline and focusing on how I feel after. So if I do these things that are good for me, I know I'm going to be grateful and I'm going to feel confident and I'm going to be able to do it again. And so it has just like overflowed onto all areas of my life. But I can be a little bit too self-disciplined at times, so I have to like watch that too.
I think that's a great tip. Focus on the outcome you want. Don't just focus on like the hardship. Focus on what you want to achieve.
Like protecting our house, so we have to sort of do the hard things first. Like,
This is a challenging part. I did not expect to be getting into this project today. Wait, I gotta drive the truck down because the wheelbarrow's in there and we need the truck for the trailer.
you come with me.
All right. Look at this, I just got the new welds on the wheelbarrow. That looks so good. He did a really nice job. Just brought it to a local welder in the area.
That's real good.
Wait till you see this.
Watch where you're going.
Wow, fellas. That's crazy to see.
So I've got to see you go.
Yeah. Wow. These are such beautiful, huge rocks right here. We're gonna preserve all this, and we were just talking, Terry, Brittany and I, we want to rebuild this once we figure out how the septic will go in here.
Then I think we only need to go to the crack. I think you stop here if you're not going to build, but
Yeah.
if you're going to rebuild, come back to the crack.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a lot more stable.
Yeah.
I was trying to prepare myself to see this. I was like, I don't know if I want to see this, but this is a good choice.
Yeah.
Beautiful stone.
I know. Oh,
I want to know how they got them up there.
I know, right?
right? Yeah.
Like, were these all the way by our river down here originally?
And this is pre-JCB. You know,
Yeah.
there was no
I
machine
know.
going, let's, you know.
You're right.
All done by muscle and hand.
Right enough.
Wow, ancient hands. We get to touch the same stones.
How'd it go cutting through the top of that cement layer?
We're actually waiting for you. Because
Ah, all right. Look what I found laying on the street the other day. Your gloves. So I got mine. Let's get to work.
all right.
Whoa.
Oh man. Wow, look at it all just drop.
Drew's in the pig pen.
Strong man.
Should I throw this side down too?
No. It's freestanding.
Yeah, you're right. Let's leave that right now.
We can do that when we want.
We got one last little piece of metal we gotta snip in here.
I guess we're gonna have to take out that fig tree soon. Maybe?
I
Yeah.
think that's probably one of the reasons for your problems, to be honest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wiggling little
Really?
cracks with its roots.
Nice fruit, terrible roots.
Yes.
But Terry's very optimistic and right now saying it's a perfect time to propagate and
Absolutely.
replant these things. All right, hit it, Mario.
We
Whoa.
live in that's a citrus paradise we're in.
Gonna let them do what they're doing.
Brittany, you bring a cup for Mario too when you come down with the oranges.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bring them some water and clementines. Look at the stash of fruit we have going on in here. Let's gather all these clementines. That's probably 2 each. Not that talented.
Baby.
I'm just chilling out here with the sponsor of today's episode, Wild. Wild Deodorant is a company that is doing so much good in the world. Wild contains no single-use plastics, and instead it comes with these premium aluminum reusable cases. They save over 200 tons of plastic waste from ending up in our landfills. They use completely plant-derived ingredients that are vegan, cruelty-free, and easy to recognize, like shea butter, coconut oil, and baking soda. Ooh. And filling up the refills is actually really fun. This is wound all the way down. Slide the refill out like this. And then you squeeze both of these Wild buttons. Pull, click, and there you go. They're offering our audience 20% off of your entire purchase of Wild. Just use our code ADVENTURES20 and the link below. Every time you purchase from Wild, they plant a tree to help regrow the wild forest. And they make it easy for us, all of us, to make an impact too with our daily routines.
I want one.
I love you. I love you, kitty. My little wild thing. Oh, Tom. Hi. Ready? Hi. What are you doing? Roly poly? Get him, Minu.
All right, let's get that trailer connected.
Right a bit. Yeah. Stop. Whoa.
All right, let's get that thing loaded up. Our wall is looking pretty flat right now. The guys were hanging out here. They thought it was like a King's Throne corner right here. We're good?
Yeah.
Decided to throw some of our scrappier rocks off the edge back here to make our road a little bit wider.
Terry's been excited about this job. Come on, hit a home run.
Last one. Get in there.
Oh, skilled. That was pretty cool. I'd say it was out of the ballpark. No more pig house.
No more pig.
Show your inner Bruce Lee. That's what you call walking the plank. Nice work, fellas. Nice work. Everybody give a thumbs up and give a like for these guys. The dream team right here. No, Terry, don't kill the fig.
Gotta go, bro.
This might be one of the biggest tragedies of the day. You guys all know how much Brittany and I absolutely adore and love our figs. Unfortunately, this fig tree has to come to an end because its roots have caused way too many problems going through the walls of this annex. And that's essentially why we're having to tear it down, because the roots went right through this entire wall here, created a ton of instability. But there's hope, because Terry's gonna help us out. He's gonna take some of these down to his place and propagate them so we can plant them again on our property and have a bounty of figs in the future.
After a long day's work and some fig tree cuttings to propagate, our amazing workers are going home for the day, and we are left with quite a different situation here. Look at all of these rocks. They've been sorted by size, by corner pieces. But you know what I see? Are two beautiful walls that I never saw before.
I don't think there was any way to clean out the inside of that the same way without knocking down those walls. I mean,
I know.
it opened a massive area up here.
Even the box of broken tiles would have been nearly impossible to get out of this small little doorway.
No.
You know? I don't know what we would have done with that or what we're gonna do after, but you know what? With the drilling of the well happening up there, this area and our house will be much safer. And then after the well is drilled, then we rebuild whatever's happening here. Is
Well,
that right?
That's what that stack of rocks is for.
Yeah, I know.
So,
for the rebuilding.
We definitely want to somehow bring it back. Who's with me on that? Let's bring it back. Bring
Me.
it back. There is a massive slab as we started shoveling the dirt in here. This is one big cement slab here going all the way across this whole section. And over here, there's a different slab, which is just hidden by a couple inches of soil. So we can't remove and just dig. There's a lot of cement. We either have to jackhammer through it. I'm not really sure what the solution is.
Man. You gotta move these, but
I know. Pretty colorful.
I like these. They look like mermaid scales.
These are your favorites.
Ooh.
She keeps them.
Yeah.
Look at this one. What is that?
Pretty.
Pretty cracked and broken up. Whoa, look at that. That's iridescent too.
I like the shiny ones. What's interesting is that this is the area that our sewage tank has to be placed. Unless we can somehow place it up there. But basically between the well or the borehole and the sewage tank, both of those have to go either here or right up there.
For the habitation license, everything, all the components of the house have to be on the same urban article or property plot.
But now with this cement being here, I don't know if the tank can't be put under the ground.
We would just have to jackhammer through this, which would be an added layer of physical work. I mean, heck, let's just add a couple more days onto the project.
This pig pen has turned into quite a mess.
Now that refinishing the castle walls behind us has turned into quite the project and
it's
quite
just
the
like
mess.
Expanded out. That seems how a lot of the things that Andy and Terry end up having to work on is like they're fixing a mess that turns into kind of a bigger mess, but they are a good team.
They've been recently working on a project up on the mountain that was really just replacing a pool filter until they realized that once they cleaned out and cleaned away the pool filter, he could reach his whole arm down past it. In the erosion under the foundation of the pool, the erosion just took out that foundation. So
there was no cement.
Yeah, they had to basically go in there and it became a massive project.
But anywho, you guys did a great job today. Mario's first day on the job. Yeah. Amazing.
And what's cool is that Mario...
It's our friend's son.
Yeah, our friend's son, and we had no idea.
Amazing.
So, small world here in the mountains.
What next?
You want to see the most exciting thing we found today?
There's more. What is...
You guys see this?
A yo-yo?
Can you see that?
Oh, it's a chalk line.
It's a chalk line. It was hidden in the pen here.
Oh, wow.
I could have so used this while cutting the wood on the container.
Oh, wow.
It's still in good condition.
It's probably our friends, the sellers of the mill. Does this look familiar, you guys?
Look, it cranks.
It still works.
It still cranks.
Oh, it's a little artifact. Wash it off and
little memento.
Make it a Christmas tree ornament.
Now that's the idea.
What a project. With our newly exposed back stone walls, there was just one thing left to do. Well, there were a lot of things left to do.
So we're snipping back some of the branches under here, hoping that this wall doesn't allow any of these more chunks to come out. You can see there's a huge shelf. What kind of rock is this that we determined?
Shale.
It's kind of a shale in here holding everything up, but as you can see, there's huge cracks. We don't need the jackhammer or anything. So as they work back here, we got the whole annex cleared up. It's looking really good. That means it's time to get out the pressure washer. I gotta assemble it over here, and then we're gonna use the water in the IBC going through the pressure washer to clean these rocks, clean this bit up while we keep continuing to haul dirt back to the back area of the house. It's really insane to see how much open area this has created. All right, the time has come. The power washer is assembled. I've dropped a hose down into the top of the tank there, which is full. Let's see if this thing works, and we'll draw the pressure without having to have like a pressure or pump behind it. That's why I bought one that's gasoline powered, and that's not just a electrical one. Here we go. I think it's working, but I'm not getting a prime on my hose. I have a hose up there that might work for this, so I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board. That's a good feeling. At least it's working up here when pressurized by a pump. It took a lot longer to prime this machine than I had anticipated. If we take it back down there, let's just hope it has enough suction, enough prime to allow us to get over to the annex and spray down those walls. Hey babe, before I go down, can you ask the seller of the mill a very important question, because we're having some complications down there. Okay. The retaining wall, there's like paper going up the side of the mill on the one side. Yeah. And before we cleaned it out, they were piling all the materials that they had there. Yeah. Ask them if their plan was to fill that up rather than having to put rebar and cement to support and hold up that retaining wall, because this is becoming a bigger problem than what we anticipated. The more we keep clearing back, the more it's revealing. It could be better just to put our drain at the bottom, backfill in, and then fill it all in with gravel. I mean, we might need 40 loads of gravel. 40 cubic meters of gravel to fill in there.
We love our gravel. At least we wouldn't be.
We know a guy who knows a guy who can spread the gravel.
All right, check back with me later for the answer, I guess. We share that answer at the end of this episode, and what we hear back has us making some major changes.
Let's hope the power washer works off the tank down low without a pump. Hey, did you hear that sound back over there earlier? Got the pressure washer working. Yeah, I'm gonna run it on the long hose. We'll hope. What was it then? They need to be primed with the pump up top. So now that I think it's primed and it's got that pressure in it, it'll run off the tank. Because when we did the hurricane cleanup in Florida, we ran pressure washers just like that off of garbage barrels. And I knew we didn't need to have pumps to them.
Especially he's got his own motor.
Yeah,
imagine, isn't it?
Exactly. We're in action. All right, let's switch this out. Got that on there tight. All right, the guys working back here just gave me a shout. They wanted me to come take a look. I believe they're starting to work on the drainage canal. How's it looking back here? All the way around from the back over here?
Yeah, we got some new ideas.
Okay. That's real scary. New ideas. So the start is right here. We're working with this ridge coming off the edge of the house. And this is that tar paper we were talking about that we think they were backfilling this whole area and having the terrain touch up against here and make a gradual slope up to this wall. That way they didn't have to put support in. What's the ideas?
The idea is you've got a floor up here.
Okay.
It's not just ground.
Yep.
It's the old mill floor, I'm guessing.
Looks like stone.
Floor. Yeah, old stone floor. Go on, you take over. You know what you're doing.
I'm thinking there's some bitumen you can do with a brush.
Okay.
With a brush, and then
Yeah,
brush all the concrete.
Okay.
And then put in the drainage, and then some gravel on it. Because if you have sand, the sand is always wet. And
but have the gravel directly around the tube.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how I understood it to be as well.
Yeah.
This soil here is more the water cannot go through it.
Yeah, because that's like a clay. It's going to ride right off of it and push.
Yeah. So maybe you would like to fill this up also, yeah? And then maybe from this corner to that corner. Yeah. And then you have some steps up here.
Yeah.
And build the steps with these stones.
Yeah, to just use a natural material to like bring it up to this level, you're thinking?
Yeah.
Basically just blow the windows. Yeah. Good idea, man. We'll call Andy and we'll talk to the boss and see what he thinks. Andy's been trained in Germany for masonry. He's been guiding us all the way through. right. We're good. It's working! That feels so good.
Kitty, are you having a good day? Yeah? You a talker. She's so pretty. And look, there's Minu. Hi, Minu. Minu. Yes, oh, big yawn. Big yawn. For those of you who are new to our channel, we rescued 3 kitties. Minu is the mom, even though she's the tiniest of them all, although maybe the roundest. But she is blind in one eye. And then Baby is her daughter. And Tom, her son, and Baby's brother, twin brother, I guess, is out and about adventuring somewhere. But they're the sweetest kitties. When we first brought them here, Minu went missing for 17 days. And then she came back. And we built them this catio they ran away from. And now they like it. Now they play in it. Now you go in the catio. Now you like it in there.
Hey fellas, so you guys were right. We wrote the previous owner about back here, and he gave us a reply. You want to hear what it was?
Good.
Yes, the patio would be filled with gravel, drainage pipe first, stones, rocks, and pebbles, up to the edge of the tar paper to prevent water from seeping through and under the wall. Exactly what you assumed, man. Open filling of the wall patio and rock plants so rainwater easily finds its way to the perforated drainage pipe.
There you go.
You guys killed it, man. It was the mystery back there. It was like, do we chisel away the entire wall, build a bunch of reinforcement back there, or do we backfill it maybe the way it had been originally intended to? And now our minds are spinning with what to do now that we've taken all that material out. But tomorrow's a new day.
We'll see you all in the next one as our adventure in reinforcing the castle wall and space around our water mill and so much more continues.